Hey folks, this is D-Vang. I am back from the Seattle 1.5 pickup. I'm going to show you kind of what I've gotten. I'll start with though pretty much kind of an overview. I already have some of the 1.5 materials. Obviously I've been playing with that, so I'll kind of go quickly over what I already have, and then we'll look at what I picked up on Saturday. So we started with the Masters of the Void box, which had obviously the Masters of the Void and the Void Hounds, the Void Sorcerers. It's also a deluxe pack, so it comes with this little booklet that also has the two missions that I've already run through. Then we have the Darkstone Brutes. So people now have some Darkstone Brutes. I have got the Guardian of Targa, which we may pick up a second one. Obviously there is, I don't know if people have heard, but there is a second card that can call for a second Guardian, and they're actually pretty cool. We've got the Trun Hunters enemy pack. We've seen some of them in play. They're pretty tough guys. We have the Tredaran Raiders, which we've seen before as well. Very dangerous with being assault, so shooting and moving. And we'll talk about Tredara a little bit later. And then we have the Harvesters, which we haven't seen much of. I haven't gotten too many Harvesters, but they're kind of big, beefy guys. We've got the Scourge Rats with Rat Nests, which we haven't run into a lot either, but they were kind of similar to zombies, only the Hungry Dead as far as the rat nests spawning more. The Scourge Rats are much nastier than the Hungry Dead, though, being fast and using pack tactics. And last but not least, we have the Serpent Men of Jargano, which we did see in a couple times and in the last episode. And of course, they're deluxe pack, so they come with the thicker booklet, which also has two missions, as well as obviously the 6 different painting styles or for the different Serpentmen tribes. So there is the what I've already got. So this is a box of what I picked up this weekend. Okay, and I have not looked into this yet. I'm not exactly sure everything that's in here. I have an idea of what the majority of it is. All right, so we have this nice resin heroes identification guide. So we have alternate poses here for the gunfighter, the rancher, the saloon girl, and the bandito. Outlaws, outlaw male, outlaw female models. So Joseph will probably get his own model now, which would be nice. Alternate gender hero models for Marshal, Bandito, the piano player, gunfighter female, nun, the lawman female, the Indian scout female, and the rancher male. And of course, new heroes. Shows the prospector male and female, the orphan male and female, and the drifter male and female. Excellent. Okay, this looks like Belial. Yes, you can see. Big, huge guy. So these are, looks like, resins for the various heroes. This is the Darkstone Hydra model. Looks like this is some Undead Gunslingers. I'm guessing that's from looking at the models. These are some more Undead Gunslingers, I believe. Or they might be Scafford Gang? I don't know. They look like gunfighters with tentacles. So we'll have to see what that specifically is. Let's go through more, pull out all the models first here. Okay, target pylons. And some, I don't remember what these are, the little robots. And bases for Serpentmore, Void Slayer, Sorcerers, and Belial. No, think the note they put in here is not the correct one. Obviously, none of these use that big, huge base. These are, they just threw that in there. This is obviously the base for Belial and probably most of the other miniatures that I just received. Okay, we have a bag of bags. So I picked up a couple sets of dice. So the blue and the purple and the red with the tentacles. The purple with the Darkstone emblem. Pretty cool. And Deluxe Darkstone. Bag O Darkstone. Let's take a look at some of these puppies. There we go. Darkstone. A little bit lighter purple than I was thinking. Still works really well. That will be pretty cool to use. And let's see, ooh, Frontier Town. All right, so this is the box that has all of the sheets, the enemy sheets for the enemy. Well, really all the paperwork. So it even has, I believe, it has the new hero cards and what have you. So let's take a look and see what we specifically got here. If I can get this sucker open. So we have threat cards for everything, which I guess I'll have to separate out and give us a little bit more. So we have the Custodians of Targa. That's what those little robots were. Okay, pretty cool. The Darkstone Hydra, extra large, 7 initiative. 20 hit points plus 5 per hero. So the larger your posse is, the tougher the Hydra is. So that was the Scafford gang. So we got Colonel Scafford and his stats with his initiative and everything. And again, he's per hero. Yes, we have Scafford gang folk. We have Undead Gunslingers. Initiative 10. For being undead, they're fast. Well, they are gunslingers. Regular Undead Outlaws, they're pretty slow. Initiative 3. They have Terror and Fear. Twin Irons, dual-wielding pistols. Alright, here we go. We have the Drifter. Very cool. So, and then it starts with Initiative 5. So the Drifter is a pretty good character. And here's the alternate gender side, female. Looks pretty rough and tough. Well, I like the Drifter. The Drifter seems pretty good. Alright. Orphan. Well, Orphan's not bad. I can't dual wield, so probably want two-handed weapons, really, or melee weapons with the Orphan. Even though it starts with a pistol. Just sort of to maximize their usefulness. And there's the female version. Looks pretty good. Young girl. Okay. And we have the Prospector. There she is. Oh, and there's the male Prospector version. It's going to be kind of restricted. So I'm betting that heavy is what heavy pickaxe has a D8. All right, and then Drifter stuff. Starting upgrade choices. You've got Resourceful and Gunfighter and No Name. Basically, resourceful says is helping the group. It doesn't specifically say on here. Gunfighter. Obviously, I need the cards for that. It just kind of says it's sort of the group-oriented ability. Lets him prevent the worst of darkness and counter cards. We have Gunfighter. He can rapid fire a pistol. And no name. He's quick with the draw and always ready with a grit. So we'll have to see what those are. And the Drifter's Secret doesn't say much about that. And he's got an upgrade chart. So he's got kind of 4 paths here of Lawless, Reluctant Hero, Lone Rider, and Hunter. Let's see. So the Lawless, he gains the keyword Outlaw on the first one, and he gets extra die for movement and choose which he wants to use. So he starts swinging closer to an actual Outlaw character. Yeah, looks pretty good. I'm not going to go through the whole chart right now, but those are pretty neat. I like the Drifter. The Prospector, he's got an Eagle Eye. Severely increases the Prospector's ability to find things while scavenging, and allows him to thoroughly search the area. So he can scavenge each map tile an additional time, and I'm assuming he gets to like maybe redraw a map, a scavenge card, or draw 2, choose 1 maybe. Speed of Greed, I suppose I should do a quick look here. Speed of Greed, that it lets him get some extra movement, burst of speed to gain extra move, blow past enemies, so escape tests, and plant their pick in their foe's head in a running charge. So they can do a kind of a charge move, I guess, which ignores escape tests and gives them, you know, a bonus speed, I'm assuming. Again, I haven't opened up the cards yet, so I don't know, but these are my guesses. And then Blast Miner, so something with dynamite. I want to throw dynamite instead, or swing away with pickaxe. Why choose? Gets a free dynamite at the start of each adventure. I can throw dynamite as a free action once per fight. So yeah, throwing dynamite all around. And then his upgrade chart: Unhinged, Scavenger, Mining, and Claim Jumper. Unhinged is sort of grit and has stuff to do with sanity, grit and sanity basically, and mutations. Scavenger, you can scavenge end caps. One of them is kind of interesting. Increases amount you collect when scavenging, etc., etc. And you can, when drawing a gear or artifact card, you can discard it and redraw. Well, that's kind of cool. The mining find is gold. Increase when you're collecting from loot or scavenge cards. You can redraw an exploration token, and you get additional money when selling gear or artifact. Also bonus to combat and agility along that line. So it's a little bit more combat oriented, I suppose. And then if he holds the lantern, he can spend a grit to reroll one of the Hold Back the Darkness dice. So that's pretty nice. Let him be the lantern holder. And then Claim Jumper, he can buy side bag tokens for cheaper. He can spend a grit to redraw loot cards that he gets. He can use shotguns. Got down one of the lines, the Claim Jumper line, third one down. He can use shotguns. He gets a bonus defense when he's loaded down in the Claim Jumper line. All right, and then last we have the Orphan here. Orphan. So the Orphan has Wily, Rage, and Need for Vengeance, which is Wily, built-in armor, and free to move movement, so you can move through other models. So Wily gives you some armor, and probably a 6+, as I recall, and moving through other models. Rage, short outbursts of extra damage. I don't know what that. We'll have to see what that card is. And then Need for Vengeance. The fire burns bright in the heart of an orphan on a mission of revenge. That need can keep her going even when tougher heroes would be down for the count. That's pretty vague. We'll have to see what that card choice is. Orphan upgrade chart has a stealth line, impulsive line, an anger line, and an ambition line. So the stealth line lets you reroll defense rolls. If you're not next to enemies, you can get a grit. You can do grit, spend a grit to ignore a single hit before you make your defense roll, and a sneak attack. Impulsive gives you money for being the one to look through, or experience, I should say. When you look through a doorway, you now roll a d8 for movement. Is interesting. Increased defense when you're by yourself, and you can spend a grit to reroll any single die. Anger line is sort of your combat line, so you're going to get combat and strength bonuses and health bonuses. Fighting a large enemy, you get additional damage. You can spend grit to add a peril dice to the damage, and you can heal some wounds. And then the ambition line helps you with your orphan missions. Lets you recover grit, extra experience for killing enemies. There you go. That's kind of the basics of the orphan side. So it was some kind of interesting things going on there. All right, and those are kind of those sheets of stuff. We have obviously another stack of cards with starting gear. The hero stuff. We have the stat sheet for Belial, extra large, 3x3, initiative 6. They got 40 hit points plus 15 per hero, so 55 minimum up to a heck of a lot. Let's see, 6, 30, 60, 90, so 130 hit points. Pretty huge. Legendary enemy. You've got tokens, so you've got Shootout tokens, Void Magus, some number stuff, Dead Man Shot, some looks like mass counters, some more mission counters, the wanted poster, the rusty badge, things like that. Some knocked away, a Liberty coin. All right. On the back side looks like, okay, so the backside ABCD, a little squid. Those are probably for Colonel Scafford or something. They got some missions. Undead Gunslingers maybe, and some more numbers knocked away. All right, and the Shootout token. So, all right, decent stuff. And then a book, rule sheets collection. So everything that came in 1.5 looks like instead of having separate ones, they have them all collected in here. Actually, looks like they. You saw I had the separate one from the Gen Con box. Looks like they've included that all here and bound it into one single book, which is actually pretty nice. Deluxe edition pack of the Undead Outlaws, and they're deluxe, so hey, they come with missions. Wanted, undead or alive. Nice. Again, they have 2, Revenge of the Dead, Belial, Last of the Shadow Kings, Extra Large Enemy, Curses, Shadow Magic. So he gets Shadow Magic, and he comes with some missions too. Avatar of Evil, Lost Soul, and obviously How to Put Together. Colonel Scafford and the Scafford Gang. New enemies. Shootout ability. Basically, that means they prefer making ranged attacks. So you want to check. They're going to try to back away and shoot. Excuse me. Some more talking about Colonel Scafford models and tokens. Additionally, he's got, again, 2 missions. They're Getting Away and Most Wanted. The Harvesters we've already seen. Scourge Rats in the Rat Nest. Custodians. Tredaran Raiders. The Darkstone Hydra. So notes on the Hydra, how to put together, and then discussion of how the Orphan missions work, and Orphan mission card breakdown, the Drifter, and the Prospector, and again more cool sketch art. Very nice. All right, so that is it for the other stuff. So let's see what's in the Frontier Town. All right, and the Frontier Town expansion. Let's open this puppy up and see specifically what we get. So, adventure book. Nice. New side bag tokens. We can take a quick look at this. We've got spices. Discard to add D3 damage to a single one of your hits. You also take a wound, ignoring defense. You have a potion. Discard to add +2 to one of your skills until the end of the turn. Hatchet. Discard to throw as a free ranged attack. It is a range of your strength +3, one shot +2 damage. Uses melee to hit. Nice. I think my Indian Scout will grab a bunch of those. Lantern Oil. Discard to reroll one of the dice for a Hold Back the Darkness roll. Nice. Exotic Herbs. Discard to remove D3 corruption points. Tequila. We've talked about the tequila before on this channel. Discard to heal 2d6 sanity damage. And a Fine Cigar. Discard to gain armor 3+ until the end of the turn. Wow. Armor 3+. I mean, Joseph might be holding on to a bunch of those. Okay. Again, in the book. Well, you know what? Let's come back to book. Let's see what else is in here. And then we'll kind of go back through the adventure book itself. Alright, so we've got your, I forgot what it was called, the new gambling token there. You've got a stagecoach, I'm assuming for the map. You've got a scaffold hanging place. You got some horses, some horse counters to put on the map. You've got some bags of money. You've got unwanted attention markers. And you've got hatchet tokens. No, I guess these are townsfolk. There, let's see if we can get you a good picture. A little person and a lady. All right, and the backs are pretty much the same. Oh, so one of these is actually like a fugitive or a single person running. Yeah. Oh, that's so that's a safe. And you got somebody in jail, and then you've got them escaping jail. That's what that is. And hatchet unwanted. And again, the money bags are also some used for number tokens and things like that. Put that over there. This next one, alright, so these are the tokens for town, for designing the town, the different locations. When you're randomly making locations, you got saloon, blacksmith, mutant quarter, gambling hall, street market, Indian trading post, docks, office, frontier outpost, general store, church, smuggler's den, and sheriff's office. You got some more shootout tokens. You've got all your new side bag tokens. We have the board, which is pretty awesome, and you can see that if you look at the Wave 1.5 video. You'll see it really spread out and being used. This is pretty huge. I don't know that I can get it all on, but camera here. It's a pretty huge map. It's not quite the size of like Fortune and Glory, but it's a pretty good size map here. Very nice though. Alright, comes with, looks like 6 bandits or outlaws to attack the town. You could certainly use the Undead Gunslingers or the Scafford Gang, infamous bandit gangs. You have the bandit card, boom boom. You have, alright, the different types of towns, special towns. So you've got the town ruins, you've got the river town, you've got the rail town, you've got the plague town, you've got the outlaw town, the mutant town, the mining town, and the haunted town. So those are all different specialized types of towns, which is very cool. You've got your new travel and towns chart. So expanded traveling. When traveling to a frontier town, the hero posse must first decide how big a town they want. So a small town, you add a travel hazard on roll of 1, 2, or 3. Medium town, you automatically have a travel hazard. And a large town, you add a travel hazard and roll a d6 on a 1, 2, or 3. The hero adds an additional travel hazard. So that's each. Each hero automatically adds a travel hazard. Alright, so travel hazard is going to be much more common because it's no longer a 1 or 2. Now it's a 1, 2, or 3. So it's always going to be a 50-50 chance for each hero to add a travel hazard if you're going to a small town. Medium town, each hero automatically has a travel hazard. And the large town, you have a travel hazard and a possibility of a second travel hazard. So there you go. And you roll once on the expanded travel hazard chart. And then you check to see if there is a specialty type, what type of town, and some of them might be a special type of town. 6, 7, or 8, it's just a standard town, not special. And then a town depth event for town adventurers, which you'll see. Okay, and then we've got here, oops, upside down. So we've got 4, 8. So this is going to be like the medium town. Sorry, this is the large frontier town. Uses 8 of the 12. You have the small frontier town, only uses 4 of the 12. Am I missing the medium? Or no, actually it's probably, yeah, I was gonna say it's on the back of the small, because obviously all the rules are here are on the back of the large. So you've got the small and the medium with 2, 4, 6 on the back of the small. Obviously you won't need more than one. And then you've got, the street market, things you can do and buy, the street market, the gambling hall events, and things you can do and buy, the sheriff's office, things you can do and buy, smuggler's den, the mutant quarter, the card for the Indian training post, and new town rules. So again, talks about the Devil's Wheel gambling game, how that works, on how unwanted attention works. So basically, we've alluded to this. Now I can actually tell you what it does, since this is coming out. The hero attracting attention of a shady element in town. Basically, you gain unwanted attention for having too many mutations, for gaining gold during your town stay. And then when you have unwanted attention, on the event chart, you can get attacked for having unwanted attention. So, and then visiting the campsite. So the campsite has events. So the campsite's actually like a permanent location. And then the camp, there is a dock where you can buy some bandages, nothing else, and you can attempt to get some surgery. And a church where you can attempt to get rid of a madness or a curse and pick up some whiskey at the campsite church. And there you have it. Let's do a quick look at the adventure book. Nothing too specific, but we'll just kind of see what's in here. Talks about the tokens, unwanted attention, specialty town types, expanded bounties. So that's interesting. When determining a bounty at the Frontier Outpost, the hero can either roll on the chart or choose to draw a low threat card. If you choose a guard, the new bounty covers every enemy listed on that threat card. And the gold value is equal to 10 times the health of that enemy. Interesting. So that is a good way to kind of sort of keep it up. Obviously the bounties weren't keeping up with all the new enemies. Of course, it only applies to low threat enemies. That way. And it also notes here that the sheriff's office has a sheriff's bounty, which is different and separate from the Frontier Outpost bounty, and you can have both bounties at the same time. Wanted. You can also get Wanted, just like the Outlaw. Talks about the bandits and the shootout ability and the town adventure board. There are missions that use it, which we will do one of those. I'm not going to worry too much about that, though. I'm not going to go through it all. Talks about line of sight. There's some nice little diagrams about doors, windows, and diagonal doors, and the line of sight you have it. So it looks like it's a diagonal out of them. And it, of course, talks about leaning around corners, and a bunch of rooftops, a bunch of all those mechanics that we'll get to. And then, so shootout in the streets, I think that's probably the basic one. Yeah, hanging high, bank robbery, jailbreak, town overrun, high noon duel, solo, and then the expanded travel travel chart. So it's a D60, D66. So there you go, travel on the road. And then some clarification. There you have it. So there's kind of a real brief, quick overview of the town frontier. We'll be seeing it more in depth, as Joseph gets to it. I think it actually might be nice to kind of get some first looks here at it. Oh, I should probably take a quick peek at some of these cards, eh? I know you know I said I was going, but you know what? Let's make this a little bit longer for you guys. Let me do a quick unsealing of these cards. So you have some new threats for custodians. You got some Orphan mission cards here, which look nice. So they get things like, let's see, we got here, Find Your Kin, gives you some extra health, I guess, and then 5 additional sanity. Requires 2, I'm not sure what that means, 2 discoveries, so I guess it's probably easier to get. Find the Killer, you get a max grit, requires 4, and on the reward, start each adventure with 1 extra grit. That's pretty nice. Take them down, +1 initiative, 3 discoveries, and your reward is 2 strength. Hunt them all, +1 combat, so that's for melee, +1 damage on all your attacks. Ooh, that's pretty nice. Become the best. 1 cunning, 1 luck, requires 5 though, but increases your to hit to 3+. Oh, pretty neat stuff there. Starting gear with pistol for the Orphan, and then the Orphans. We get the Orphan's cards for Wiley. The Rage, once per fight, she can use a grit to gain additional combat or shots. And Need for Vengeance lets her start with a revive token for just her each adventure. Okay, oh, the Trustee Pistol. Alright, so this is the Trustee Pistol for the Drifter, is the Trustee Pistol. So number of shots equal to your agility. So that's nice. And the Drifter, so basically he can heal, he has a possibility to heal injury, curses, parasites, or mutations. He's resourceful, he can draw loot, scavenge, darkness, or encounter. He draws an extra 1 and then chooses. Well, that's pretty nice. No name, extra agility, and he starts each adventure with max grit. And the Gunfighter, every 6+ he rolls to hit with a pistol, he gains an extra shot with that gun, up to a maximum of 3 additional shots. Ooh, so that is a lot. That can be a lot of dice, especially if he's dual wielding. Although, does he want to dual wield? Because those 6s are criticals. Plus, they give him an extra shot, an extra die to roll. So, and criticals can be very useful. Although there are a lot of enemies that are immune to criticals nowadays. Alright, so you have threat cards for the Undead Gunslingers and Undead Outlaws. They come with Outlaws. Undead Outlaws, I should say. And Undead Outlaw cards. So the epic cards are the Gunslinger. Actually, I should take that back. There is a high threat card that is the Undead Gunslinger Challenge, but otherwise you just have Undead Outlaws for medium and low. Okay. You have Undead Gunslingers have Dead Man's Shot cards, which looks like they do special things. The shot does 12 damage, ignores armor the hero might have. So I guess it's a random thing that he shoots at you. Rapid fire and things like that. You got some new encounter cards, which we'll see what those do. We've got a couple new gear cards. So we've got the Fallen Gunfighter's Pistol. We've got a couple of those. Got a Tattered Duster, which protects against corruption. Cursed Coin, we saw that. Token there, and a Dead Man's Poncho. So 3 sanity and ignore weather effects. So it's pretty nice. Okay, infamous Undead Outlaws. So the Outlaws have different types, just like the Serpent Men have tribes. So you got the Rooker Gang, you've got the Lost Marshals, you've got the Tukovaka's Border Raiders, you've got the Trailblazer Gang, and you've got the Macmillan Boys. And they all have different abilities, different bonuses, make them all a little bit different from each other. What else have we got here? Got some more threat cards for Belial. Shade of Belial. And in fact, one's an otherworld threat in Cinder. I should mention the Custodians obviously have Targa threat cards as well. But Belial has in Cinder, there is a high, and this Shade of Belial is a high threat card, so you could run into Belial as a high threat, and then the rest of his are epic, and then some more encounters for Caverns of Cinder, some more artifacts for Caverns of Cinder. We got some cool stuff. Scrolls of Darkness. Discard and take a corruption hit to cancel a Growing Dread card. The Book of the Lost. Ooh, Shadow Sword. Once per turn, add extra damage to one of your combat hits equal to the number of corruption points you currently have. Anytime you kill an enemy with a combat hit, you take a corruption hit. Yeah. And then Hood of the Blind Traveler. Spirit, Lore, Move. Unless you have the keyword Traveler, gain a corruption hit. Interesting. They certainly have interesting things. Some more mine encounters. And we have Belial's deck of shadow magic, which I'm not going to go through, but suffice to say it's a pretty good size. He's going to have lots of tricks up his sleeve. Else, we've got some more. We got some starting gear for the Prospector, which is the Canteen. Once per adventure, heal 2d6 wounds or 2d6 sanity. Frontier heroes only. So it's his starting gear that's basically like a healing stone. And his heavy pickaxe. Your melee attacks use a d8 to hit. Yep, and plus 1 damage. Strength 4 or higher to use. So yeah, it is a d8, as I had surmised. And then we've got Eagle Eye, so he can scavenge a map tile if it's already been, even if it's already been scavenged, and he gets an extra die when scavenging. He can use 1 grit to double his initiative and move, and pass escape tests, and additional damage for Speed of Greed. And Blast Miner starts with free dynamite and a free attack once per fight to throw dynamite. And then what else have we got here? Okay, nothing else in there. And one more deck of cards to open up here, and then I will let you all go. We've got, looks like some 2 high threat cards for the Darkstone Hydra. I don't see any epic cards, so the Hydra is not epic. But there are some medium cards for the Hydra. It's still just 1. Let's see. and low cards. So a couple low cards for the Darkstone Hunters. You can find him, just one of him, in each. I wonder if he scales a bit. Ooh, and we have Harvester's Derelict Ship card for the Harvesters. Obviously, we don't have the Derelict Ship expansion yet, but we have a card for him, and there's a couple for Targa and the Swamps. There's basically one. They can basically be found anywhere. One of every place. One card for every current place. And some more threat cards for the Harvesters. Alright. What else have we got? There is Scafford Gang Hideous Mutations. So these are going to be like specialized things, I guess, is for to make the Scafford Gang each time you run into them be a little bit different. So kind of like the tribes. Although this is specific, or you know, the outlaw gangs. Although this is the Scafford gang, so they have just differing mutations. And then they've got Scafford Gang Lieutenants cards. So they're different lieutenants. You got Sergeant Bunker, Old One-Eye Jackson, Stoneface McCoy, Captain Burns, Fast Rod Jeb Scafford. So again, this is something else to make it a little different. They're also led by a different lieutenant. We've got some encounters cards. And we've got some new gear cards, which is the Scafford Pistol, the Scafford Wanted Poster, Scafford Bandana, Scafford Hat, Scafford Buckle. This comes with the Scafford. Alright, so you got 3 epic threat cards for Colonel Scafford and they look like they are all they're a little bit different. One of them's a little bit different. You've got 3 high cards, which is not Colonel Scafford. It is gang members and a lieutenant potentially on one of them. And then otherwise just 6 gang members with mutations. And those are the highs. The mediums, 6 gang members or paralyzed gang members with mutations. So the mutations make them more difficult. And then low threat cards, it's just either a peril die or a D3+1 with 1 mutation. So Joseph can run into those. Alright. Adventure cards for the Badlands. I wonder what that does. Huh. Interesting. Which, obviously we don't have the Badlands yet. Okay, some more encounter cards. Some more artifacts. Life Water. Discard to fully heal. Or heal an injury, madness, or mutation. Void Catcher. And a Mole's Foot Amulet. Gives you some spirit and a little bit extra stuff. Badlands Expedition game supplement, which comes with Badlands Adventure gear, Expedition boots, and a telescope. Alright, oh, we do have one more. Infamous, a small deck here. I keep telling you I'm going to let you go, and then I keep holding on here. This is the last deck, so the last package of Infamous Bandit Gang cards. Hitchcock Gang, so as opposed to the Undead Gang stuff. So these are ones from the town, I think. So tie-ins to the Death Dealers, the Brimstone Devils. So those are actual gangs, outlaw gangs. Some more gear cards, like we needed a bigger gear deck. Eastern Potion, which gives you 2 potion tokens. Lantern Oil tokens. Rare Spices, spice tokens. Okay, so these are the town, adding town tokens to the deck, and throwing hedges to the gear deck, which is good. You've got some daily event cards. Which it's actually pretty good number. So no effect, just another day. several of those. Market prices up, market prices down. So if you recall from my other video, there were some small random events. That's basically kind of like the scavenger deck, where it's 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 good, 1/3 bad, 1/3 nothing happens. That is that deck. And you've got your cards that explain how the various new tokens work. You have wanted cards, and on the back, most wanted cards. Basically what that says is, if you're wanted, you roll a number dice equal to your hero level. Basically that's just like your normal, just like Joseph's been doing. At the end of each day, roll a d6 for each level. On a 6, you recognize you have to pay some money. Most wanted is kind of an upgraded one. You get 20 experience, and then you pay d6 times 50 for each 6 that you roll. So your most wanted, you have to pay a lot more. And then you got some. You've got threat cards for the bandits, in case you want to run into bandits down in the mines. All right, those were the town cards, deck of cards that were kind of off to the side there that I had missed. There you go. That is everything from the town expansion from the Wave 1.5. Oh, I should add here, I'm not going to break them open right now for you, but I did pick up a box of hell vermin and swamp slugs. So we'll have quite a few more enemies to face with Joseph. Next week is the town front, the frontier town. There's a town episode for Joseph, so we'll be taking a better look at some of the new town mechanics in my episode next week. Hope this was informative. Certainly feel free to post any comments if you want a little bit more detail on some of the things that you saw. I know I went pretty quickly through them. There's a large quantity of stuff, both with the town and with the rest of with the 1.5 stuff. There's just a huge amount of stuff. So feel free to ask me questions. I will answer as I can. Without going too specific, I don't want to do too much in the way of actually taking images of the cards. Suffice to say, though, that I will answer everything that I can and let you know kind of how things play out. I'll look forward to using the new dice. They're pretty cool, and I will talk to you later.